AEW, AEW, AEW. Wow. Wow. What do I have to say about this show tonight? Because obviously this is a somewhat kind of newsworthy show going on with AEW tonight. Some would say they kind of competed with Raw after how bad that Raw after Mania was last Monday. But AEW seemed to have some interesting stuff going on tonight. Some not so much, but some still at the same time. What I thought was a little bit important, maybe three or four things. But what was this, Long Island, New York? So yeah, let's go right into it, huh? Well, we're gonna start the match off with Ricky Starks versus Juice Robinson, who was already in the ring. But next thing you know, who shows up? Jay White. People thought Jay White was gonna show up at WrestleMania or Raw last Monday, but his Bullet Club music hit, and he and Juice Robinson start beating the hell out of Ricky Starks out there. And I had a feeling he probably would have showed up in AEW, because I know it's been rumors whether he'd be going to AEW or WWE, but I felt like Juice is still doing this whole Bullet Club thing still, even though I didn't think he'd still be, given he's under contract with AEW. But obviously, I guess I got to regroup on Bullet Club members. We didn't know where Jay White was going, so this was his big backup, because we thought Jay White would have showed up weeks ago, but now that he is here, and I guess he's now under AEW contract, him and Juice beat the hell out of him and Juice beat the hell out of Ricky Starks. But one thing I did notice that he did still have his Bullet Club music, and I think they saw on commentary that he's still part of New Japan Pro Wrestling, because I thought he was done under New Japan Pro Wrestling at this point. So I'm assuming he's under AEW contract, or if you want to go technical and get into the whole New Japan storyline, maybe they're trying to regroup Bullet Club and AEW now, because I don't know if he was ever kicked out of AEW, AEW, but kicked out of Bullet Club technically, because he still had Juice with him in Bullet Club music, saying Bullet Club. You hear it in the intro before his regular music happens. So I guess he's still in Bullet Club, or he's still the leader of Bullet Club, or I don't know, the whole David Finley thing, or where everybody sides. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna save that story for later on, or that's more of a New Japan thing, anyways. But yeah, Jay White is in AEW, folks, but he's still Bullet Club, so he was never technically kicked out of Bullet Club, even though David Finley beat him up back at that Battle in the Valley show. So where is that gonna go? I'm not sure. But yeah, I guess Jay White is all elite now, so we'll see where this goes. But like I said, it's a whole complicated story when it comes to Bullet Club and all that. So yeah, I guess he's still in Bullet Club though, like I said. But moving on from that, we had House of Black versus the best friends. Listen, I know the gimmick is what, Trent Beretta getting dropped off by his mom with the van. I still thought it was lame last time, and but I guess it has to do with the gimmick. I can't really say I cared much for this match. I knew House of Black was winning anyways. I just don't buy into the best friends thing, and it's just kind of like, oh, right. How many weeks is this now? We've put Orange Cassidy at the beginning of the show. Like, really think about that for a second here, people. But House of Black won, so it is what it is, basically. So I don't know. Okay, it was predictable, so whatever. I know they had a video with Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, somewhere like a smoky room and all that. So Christian Cage and Luchasaurus are back. Good to see them again. Luchasaurus has been gone since Full Gear, if I'm not mistaken. Christian, we just saw not that long ago until Jungle Boy beat him, but I guess both Christian Cage and Luchasaurus are back now, so we'll see where that goes. Rio went against Jamie Hayter. For some reason, this is some type of universe mode or random ass title match, literally for no reason. And then again, I don't really buy into the whole Rio thing in general. So, why am I seeing this match? This is very random. And I said this last week. Jamie Hayter takes all the heels out by herself, but it took Rio another person and still got their asses kicked by the heels and whatnot, even with backup. So, um, the match was good, but I was kind of in and out of it. Like I said, I just didn't really care much going into it. I see they got Britt Baker back out there in general, because she wasn't really out there last week, but with Cole. But um, it is what it is. So, like I said, the crowd seemed to buy it. I'm not really. There's only so much you can suspend the belief on and whatnot. I'm just not buying into the whole Rio thing. But Jamie Hayter won, so there you go. Um, what else happened? I know they had the Outcast say something about Jamie Hayter. Um, Everrise came out with the Acclaim. The Acclaim basically came out there to rap. Something about George Santos, that guy that lied about his whole life. And I don't know, they talked about some 8-man tag this Friday on Rampage. So yeah, the Acclaim was literally just out there to rap for just that was it. So they didn't really do nothing that much out there. Now we get on to MJF, which we had this big spectacle. It's Long Island. He's basically a god in his own city, Oyster Bay, Long Island. The people love him. They're never gonna turn on him. He got the key to the city. An interview with the local news out there. Got the mayor on his side, and he's got this big band out there. Almost like he's Frank Sinatra or something. We go into a 1930s. Uh, Style and whatnot. So they got a lot going on for that. This whole thing, he's like the king of swing. We getting jazzed up tonight with MJF. That's what we going tonight with it. But yeah, we got the swing, man. We out here swinging tonight, and he ended up performing like this is some lounge music. Okay, so what is it? Pennies from Heaven by Bing Crosby and whatnot. Which I'm not gonna say like I know anything about this song, but he's got this big band, a scooby doo ba doo ba doo ba da ba dee ba da ba ba skip dee ba da ba doo ba doo da doo da dee dee da doo ba da da ba doo. But yeah, he's just singing out there. The crowd's going along with it. Then they had the mayor of I think Long Island. What was it? Joseph Solando. People booed at him, but MJF said, "Hey man, don't ruin this for me. Listen, let's just go along with it." They gave him a key to the city, and the crowd still booed, but Max, basically went on. Listen, like, okay, you got him out of the ring, you can broomed out of here. Fans said that he deserved it and stuff, which they did. But Max said like, you guys don't deserve it, especially Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, and Sammy Guevara out there. Jungle Boy, the only thing Jungle Boy would deserve is a girlfriend with a wandering guy and a tiny penis, he says. And then he talked about he had ADHD and that his teachers never cut him a break and tell the students, not they couldn't answer questions like the others on the board, and he was just daydreaming about wrestling all the time. And even one of his, I know he said the teacher's name and stuff, but that's where his brain went during the class and all that. And he went on to say, like, don't be like her, okay? Don't be like Mrs. whatever the person's name was, a stupid bitch. He went on to say. But listen, man, if any kids out there struggling in school, you can be what you want to be. Not me, but you can become. You don't talk to the Long Island kids. Don't just talk disgusting to the poors and whatnot. He's talking about the kids out there that you can still be a professional wrestler and whatnot. But Max said, how about we do an encore, okay? We're gonna do an encore. He's got the band ready. One of them with the brass, like what was like the brass things you hit. I don't remember. I know all the instruments and stuff, and whatnot. What was it? The shit, I'm trying to remember, but yeah, I don't remember the name of the instrument it was. I'm sorry, I don't know everything on band, but Jungle Boy attacked them, and stuff, and what was it? Yeah, he attacked them, and then security came out and broke it up, and Sammy Guevara's on his way out because he's going to face Commander next. Which they had Jungle Boy, MJF, and even Darby from the Raptors watching. It was a pretty good match though. Commander and Guevara won. Tony Schiavone excuse me, interviewed him right after the match had ended. Yeah, right after the match, and basically, I know he just went on to what was it? Basically talking about the champ never does TV and everything, and he's here to wrestle, and basically he's talking about MJF is a rich bitch. He's been all up to these people from Cody, the Inner Circle, Tony, Pinnacle, Warlow, all these guys, because he's just you sold your soul and everything. But he said he loves AEW. That's why he met his wife. He said he's not going anywhere. So the Sammy promo wasn't that bad. I was kind of in and out of it and whatnot. But he's trying to like be here on his own story and stuff. But it was a pretty rough promo though at the same time. One thing AEW did announce, this is Tony Khan's big announcement and stuff when it comes to Tony Khan's announcements. It's literally a hit or miss, and the snowman looks like he's on something every week when he talks, but he did have some interesting news, and that is going to be AEW. We all know about All In from a few years ago, but now it's still going to be All In, but it's going to be All in London at Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium is a very big like stadium. Some people say they're trying to compete with Mania, given they were just in a stadium. But I think Wembley Stadium is like what, over 90,000 to 100,000 people. Do I believe they can sell it out? Maybe. I know they had Adam Cole kind of talk for a minute too. But they have a chance of selling it out. I'm not sure if they can or not. But with enough big names, sure, they probably need CM Punk to help sell that up right now if he comes back. But they possibly they got till August. They got some time, so they could sell out. It's a big move to be doing Wembley Stadium. It really is. Because when's the last time a big wrestling show has been done in Wembley Stadium? The only one I can really remember was what, SummerSlam, and that was with Bulldog and Bret Hart. So there's a possibility they could sell it out. I'm not really sure, but we'll see what happens. The UK is really big over there in wrestling, and they usually do sell out pretty big crowds for damn near any wrestling company out there. So, especially when they come over there, like WWE or Impact. But we've seen that many times. So, but Wembley though, let's see what happens. So that's a pretty big move right there. I will say that. The Blackpool Combat Club beat up some jobbers, but then Bryan Danielson got on the microphone, say he loved being home with his family, but he loves professional wrestling. And as the Blackpool Combat guys are still beating up the job guys, and said these guys must have been hired by the EVPs. They're amateurs, okay? We are professional wrestlers. We are the real professional wrestlers in this building. And, Hangman comes out very stupidly to just get his ass kicked by four guys in the ring. Why would you go in there by yourself? You look like an idiot. And then, Brian says he loves these guys, and, he was teaching his kids a few things about fixing up a house and whatnot. And he brought a screwdriver out because he talked about we are the only professional wrestlers in AEW, the professional wrestlers in America. And he said the word amateurs, 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 amateurs. And we need to clean this house. And he took the screwdriver, and I guess he gouged it in the Hangman's faces. We didn't really see any blood, but he said amateurs, amateurs, Hangman's an amateur. They're like, dude, are these guys heels or not? Because I think people just love the Blackpool Combat. Well, listen, the Blackpool Combat Club where it needs to be, like they were in the get go, okay? And I like either my co Steven or Gerard can tell you about that to where they once were, and they've been digging also where they've been going back to, just being ass kickers and whatnot. So I did like Danielson's promo, and um just that's the Blackpool Combat Club just beating everybody ass. That's what they need to be. They lost point of that after a while, especially how it began with Danielson and Danielson and Moxley and Regal out there. So yeah, that tells you where they are right now. Okay, so they kind of back to the basics and stuff. Do I think this is gonna lead to some blood and guts match against the Elite? Most likely, I believe that's gonna happen. But I enjoyed that Blackpool Combat Club segment. That was really good. I'm starting to dig these guys more again out here. I already talked about Tony's big announcement. I forgot to say Nigel McGuinness is now signed with the company. Next, okay, now this is what got me. I was actually surprised by this. So it's FTR versus the Guns, right? And if FTR loses, basically they're done. They're done with AEW. They'll leave the company if they lose this match and they can't win the titles. But what got me, and I'm honestly surprised they did this with the Guns. I was surprised. Listen, I know Tony likes using licensed music out here nowadays, but by God, when I heard Many Men by 50 Cent play, I was like for the Gun Club though. Cause when I heard that many men wish death upon me, blood in my eye, dog, I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and niggas trying to take my life away. I put a hole in the nigga for fucking with me. My back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me. Cause I'll come and take your life away. Many men, many, 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 many men wish death upon me, Lord. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my soul. Somewhere my heart turned cold. Have many on many men. Many, 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 many men wish death upon me. Oh man, these pussy niggas. Yeah, I ain't gonna sing the whole song. Go and get your money refund, motherfucker. I ain't dead. I'm diving in the dirt, and I ain't been found. I'm the underground king, and I ain't been crowned. Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised to hear that song. I really was. That's why I sung it right now. Because if I probably played it on here, I probably get copyrighted for playing that song. But I was very surprised they actually even played that in general. So that surprised me. As for the match itself, it kind of came and went though. As one of my co-hosts would say, it literally just happened. Okay, the match was okay. It wasn't bad. FTR won. That's what matters. They won the titles back. They hit the well, they ended up rolling them up after like with a sunset flip, basically doing a double pin on the gun. So FTR celebrated. Mark Briscoe came out and celebrated with FTR. Maybe the tag division will go somewhere now. Obviously, FTR is not going back to the WWE, so they're going to be sticking around, which they honestly need these guys because the tag division has looked like it's been lost for a pretty long while now, and even the Gun Club was going to be able to save that. Okay, so let's see where it goes with FTR as the champions again out there. Okay, and I know they didn't show a lot of it, but like I said, when Mark Briscoe came out there and hugged him, I was kind of see where was that going to go, but that was a really nice moment to see after that. But overall, AEW tonight, you can say it was a lot going on, or it wasn't a lot going on. Maybe there's a few things. I almost forgot about what Jericho and Great Keith Lee out there, or some would say Uncle Ben, but it's literally iffy on Keith Lee. But what you had Switchblade Jay White show up. You had the announcement of the Wembley Stadium. Oh God, I forgot about Hook and Matt Hardy. I didn't even really pay much attention to that match, and Hook won. Matt Hardy betrayed him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Him and the guy from Private Party. So boom, there you go. I almost forgot about that match, but it's not much I really cared about anyways. But the main event and I don't really remember if anything else happened on this show. I've mostly named what I could name that was important on here. Oh, yes, the MJF celebration. How could I not forget about the MJF celebration? It's MJF Day, folks, so I did enjoy that too. But other than that, that's my in the Blackpool Combat Club segment with Danielson. That was good also. Other than that, that's my review of AEW tonight. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Well, maybe a lot, maybe not a lot. Well, you get where I'm going with this, okay? I thought was a few interesting things going on in this show. So we'll see what that leads to. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys then. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Check out my WrestleMania 39 Nights 1 and 2 review, as also Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, Impact New Japan Multiverse United, and NXT Stand and Deliver. All those reviews are uploaded online right now. So other than that, I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.